Hey everyone, Square Peg, Square Hole coming to you live from stop number 5 on our Philly tour. This is the final one, so I hope you've really enjoyed seeing all the other schools. This one's very different from the others. 4 liberal arts schools. This one was originally just focused on tech and industry. So where am I today? There's a little hint. I'm at Drexel. So what do most people think of when they think of Drexel? They think Philly, they think co-ops. Both are correct. Both are the things that make them really stand out from a lot of other schools. So Drexel is a medium-sized college, 13,000 undergrads, about 4,000 grads. They have a lot of combined or accelerated programs. So if you're looking for that BA, BS into an MD, 8-year accelerated, lovely. If you want to do a combined with an MBA, combined with engineering, they have all sorts of programs like that. So it's really nice. Co-ops are different from internships, and they are very big to try to distinguish between the two of them here. An internship, often unpaid, sometimes it's a really great experience, and sometimes you're making the coffee. Co-ops, on the other hand, you are a paid employee of that company. So you get a lot of hands-on experience. They treat you as an employee because you are. That means you have projects, you have deliverables, you have to call in sick. You can't just not show up. You have to be very focused and very much like an adult in that space. What I love about Drexel, you can do anywhere from 1 to 3 co-ops. So some programs tend more towards the 1, as you might expect. It kind of depends on this program. Engineering tends to 3. Even nurses get lots and lots of clinical experience. You come here, you direct entry into a program. So whether that is their business, their nursing, their school of art, architecture, you come in direct. However, if you get here and you're like, I really did like engineering, they will work with you to figure out, can you take the courses that you need? Do you have the abilities to move into that program? Most of the programs you can do the swap over. 2 exceptions, music industry and architecture, but that's because of the nature of the beast for them. You go on co-op here for 6 months. So basically what happens is there's a winter, there's a fall, winter, a summer, spring program. So you go into those, taking the 2 semesters to do it, and then you come back and you take classes. So what they really want you to do is take class, go work, take class, go work, take class, to get that hands-on experience and see if it's something you really, truly love. They focus on a quarterly basis, so a little bit different from most schools, which means that after your first year, you will be here on campus in the summer or at an internship, at a co-op. So that's good though, if that's what you're looking for. You also have a great chance to do research early on. There is a program that is set aside just for first years. So if that's something you're looking for, you can apply in, you can get a stipend and actually stay on campus your first summer and have some great hands-on experience. If you want to do it later, they have programs for people later. Guaranteed housing your first 2 years, and they expect you to be on campus. After that, you're going to be living somewhere in the surrounding community, or you could have the opportunity to live on campus. They have that available as well. For those of you who are seeking one, they have an honors college. You get honors housing with that, and they do have lots of living learning communities based on culture, based on identity, based on academic interests. Our tour guide today was in the business program, so she was in the business learning living community, and she loved that. So this has a pretty high acceptance rate, so don't think though that means the academics are not great. The academics are still really great. They just tend to take a lot more students in. Test optional, so the scores that they're looking for, if you do send, they tend to be in the mid to higher range, but not at the very tippy top. So there's plenty of room for that. GPAs are pretty strong though, as you might expect from a place where the kids are really focused on what do they want to get to where they want to be. Very diverse community. It's about half male, half female. It's about half white, half everybody else. There are about half in-state, half out-of-state, so even though this is a private school, you still have that mix of people here. It is in a very college-centered area, so this is University Center. There is University of Pennsylvania is just down the road, and there are, we were told today, about 250,000 college students around. That's a lot of kids, right, if you want to interact with lots of different people. So, a couple more things you want to know about the school. Their mission is basically to be a research university that integrates education, scholarship, diverse partnership into our global community to address today's problems, right, and to pressing challenges. Really love that, because when I asked the admissions person, what are you looking for? Well, they said they want people who are focused, who are motivated, who are engaged. You still have the opportunity to change your mind, but they really want you to come here looking for hands-on experiential learning. That's the number one thing to walk away with. Lots of famous alum. Some of them, they range from video game, music composers, Sandra Lee, for those of you who remember who Sandra Lee is. Paul Barron, who is one of the computer science gods for the internet. So, wide range. Lots of great programs here. Nursing, engineering, business, just to name a few. You want to find out more? Definitely go check it out. It's got a campus, which many of you might not expect considering how urban it is, but definitely has lots of green space. It feels like a united front, which is really nice, so you know you're on a college campus, unlike some other urban schools where you can't tell. So it gives you a little bit of the best of both worlds. All right, that wraps up the Philly tour. Keep an eye out because you never know where I'll be next.